And I'm not going to lie and say that every day I accept my vitiligo, because every day I don't. And there are days I don't want to go to Walmart. I don't care if I have a shirt or not. There are days that I don't want to step up in there, or any other place really, but mainly Walmart. But yeah, there are days that I struggle. I understand why you stare. I understand why you're frightened. What I've discovered is that having vitiligo is a journey. It's a journey to everyday acceptance. Some days you accept it better than other days. My purpose is to advocate and enlighten the public about vitiligo so that children who get this and look like me can live, can play, can, not be pointed at and stared at and called names and treated badly and think that they are worth less than they are. They are enough and they're supposed to be here. And so I know how I feel. I just can't imagine how a 5, 6, 7-year-old feels. And so that is one of my purpose, to advocate and to spread the word about vitiligo so children can live and live their lives until a cure is found. Hi, I'm Denise Blanks with Fearfully and Wonderfully Made Indianapolis Vitiligo Community. In fact, I'm the president. You just heard some of my random thoughts that I recorded earlier this year when I was having one of my moments. And now I want you to hear from a couple of our core members.
Hello, my name is Shermel Renee Tillman Lewis, and I am the Associate VP of Fearfully and Wonderfully Made Indianapolis. I have lived with vitiligo for 30 plus years. I was diagnosed at the age of 21, and within an 8-year time span, I lost all of the pigment in my skin. It was during that time period that I suffered with anxiety, severe depression, and public scrutiny. And because of those things, I isolated myself from the public and I became socially awkward. That is why it is so important that we remain boots on the ground so that each one can teach one about vitiligo awareness. Remember, always love the skin that you're in.
Hi, I am Dawn Alexander, a member, Vice President of Fearfully and Wonderfully Made. I was born and raised with vitiligo. I was born with a white spot on the back of my right leg, and it didn't progress. It progressed a little bit, but it really started progressing, leaving 8th grade and going into high school. And I struggled a little bit because it was becoming more and more progressive, more on my face, because I was a light-skinned lady. I knew I was by myself because I didn't know anyone else that had vitiligo in my family and my friends, even in the city that I live in. It really started progressing more and more when I started having kids, about 22, 23. And I was like, Lord, I still feel by myself. And after my girls, about 5 or 6, we went to Journeys over in Indianapolis, and I seen another young lady that had vitiligo. And she had gave me a bracelet, Fearfully and Wonderfully Made, Indianapolis vitiligo community. And I encouraged the lady. Months later, I was real sad. I got kind of depressed. I said, Lord, I'm by myself. I'm the only one that has vitiligo. I'm the only one that looks like this. God woke me up out of my sleep and told me to get a mirror. And he told me that that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, for I made you. And sure enough, I was on Facebook and I came across Fearfully and Wonderfully Made vitiligo under the headings of Directions of Denise. And I reached out to her and we got to talking and everything, and she invited me on. It was then that I fell in love with this group of women. I knew I was no longer by myself. I felt involved. I felt motivated. I felt encouraged. I felt lifted up. And Fearfully and Wonderfully Made, I have been with them, turned my life totally around. I know when I'm feeling down and out, I can reach out to Denise or any one of the ladies that's a part of the group, and they give me that strength just to continue to fight on, that we are special in the image of God. All the amazing things that this group is doing for the community, for others, just to get our name out there, to be involved with other communities of Fearfully and Wonderfully Made. It's been a blessing to talk to you and to share my testimony to y'all. Thank you. God bless.
Okay, for some of you who are not familiar with vitiligo, vitiligo is an autoimmune skin disease, basically, or disorder. Basically, our autoimmune system normally comes and helps us. It's in us, and it's like a second bloodstream that helps fight germs, bacteria, and things like that it's our soldiers that try to invade. But our soldiers are looking at our skin color, our melanin, as bad and takes it away. We don't know what triggers it. The scientists are still trying to figure some things out. There is research going on. Main thing that I want you to know is that it is not contagious. Another thing that I want you to know about vitiligo is that it's not contagious and it's not cosmetic. Vitiligo is white spots that affect the soul, and it can be so devastating to people who get this. And remember, anybody can get it. It's doesn't discriminate as far as race, creed, or ethnic background, or if you're male or female, or your age. And that's what's hard, is when those kids get it. Fearfully and Wonderfully Made, we're here to build community. We're here for service and support for people with vitiligo and their families. And so now we're just going to open things up for questions and answer any questions you may have. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and we will be having a fundraiser coming up here real soon for Belinda Reynolds' World Vitiligo Day fundraiser. More about that in our question and answer session. Thank you for your time and attention.